I want to show you a different and perhaps easier way of making a remix than building it in the arrangement now, and that's using Session View. So what I've done is chopped up the audio on the keys track, so I've just got this 4-bar section here, which I've consolidated into a new 4-bar long sample. It's a tasty little loop that I can hear working really well with a drum and bass beat. So what I'm going to do is drag it over to Session View in the same way that we dragged our drums from Session View to Arrangement View a few lessons back. Then what I'll do is create a new audio track, which I'll name Drums. And then I want to find a beat to go with this. I'm going to use the DJ Fracture sample pack, which you can get from the Loopmaster's website, as this is a really nice pack for creating the kind of rude drum and bass I want to make. I've set up the location of samples on my computer on the third file browser switch here, which I'll show you how to do in the free sample module on the Live Courses Beginners course. So I can find the samples there. But equally, you could just drag them into Live from your desktop if you wanted to. And now I'll pick one of the drum loops from the pack, like this gas bill one here. It's a bit fast now, so I'll slow it down just a touch with the session tempo control. Now this BPM amount is actually half the speed of drum and bass. But to avoid confusion, I'm not going to fix that right now, as it's not important in this example. Now you may have noticed that clips are started and stopped using the play and stop switches here, with them locking nicely to the session tempo for me when I do that. However, in Session View, a horizontal row of clips is called a scene, and this can be triggered with the play switches on the master channel. So if I wanted to have the first scene with just the beat, and then the next one with beats and keys, then I could move the keys clip down one, and then hold down the Option key and then drag the drum loop down as well, which will paste a new clip for it in the slot below. Then I can click on the 1 and 2 switches at the end to trigger the first and second scenes. There's not much going on right now in the grid, of course, but when you've got lots of clips in there, it makes things a lot easier. So now, let's add a bass loop. To add to this now, I'm going to create some extra drum hits using the drum kit track. So I'll drag that over, and then, with it in record, try playing some different samples. Then when I'm ready to record something in, I'll just hit record in a free slot. If at any point you want to change the samples in the drum rack, you can double-click on the track header to open up the device chain, which begins with an instrument device followed by any audio effects devices, after which I can see the sample that's being played, and can then just drag a different sample to it, either from the browser or my desktop once again, to change the drum that's being played. I've chopped up the vocal a bit now in the arrangement to create a few different individual sections and smaller loops. For instance, here's a section of the verse which sounds nice with the keys and drums. The vocal quality doesn't sound too great as I've changed the timing, so one thing you can do when that happens is to change it to complex warp mode, which improves the quality. And now I've dragged in a couple of small vocal bits, which I'm going to use as a build-up to the main drop. So now if I wanted to create an arrangement from this, I could record it live into the arrangement section. To do this, I'll just switch to Arrangement View and click on a clip, then hit Select All to choose all the clips, then hit Delete so the arrangement is empty. And now, back in Session View, I just hit Record on the transport, and then I can launch my first scene to get going. After which, any scenes or clips I launch will get recorded into the arrangement.
You better keep your distance. Say it loud. We're too young to die.
If I want to launch clips or scenes more frequently than every bar, then I can change the global quantize setting at the top here. So now the arrangement is made, you can edit it in any of the ways I've shown you in these movies. Then, once you're done, just select all your clips by dragging over them with the mouse, starting from a point slightly after your song so it doesn't end too abruptly. Then go to the File menu and choose Export Audio. Keep Master selected at the top, and maybe turn on Normalize to make sure your track is suitably loud. Then hit OK to choose a name and destination for your audio file. This will then be an uncompressed audio file in WAV or IF format, which you can then convert into a compressed format like an MP3 for sending or uploading somewhere. So I tried to cram as much as possible into those movies there, to hopefully make even a complete beginner able to start remixing with Live. But I'm only just scratching the surface of what the software can do. For anyone wanting to learn more, check out my beginner's course at live-courses.com, which goes through all of the stages involved in making a track from start to finish, slowly and in more detail, to help you really get to grips with the software. Plus, we're offering a special discount of 25% off using the JK25 coupon code. And don't forget, you can also get discounted samples from loopmasters.com using their coupon code JK20. Thanks for listening, and happy remixing.